Indecision is the greatest thief of opportunity. Yes, indecision is the greatest thief of opportunity. Jim Ron. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're watching from. This is Professionals Daily Devotion with Olasukomi Okpaifa, where we inspire you to be more because we know that you are more than whatever state you are currently. And this morning we continue with the habit of highly effective professionals, and we are looking at the science of decision making. I mean, that's interesting. The science of decision making, and I've really done. Impressed of doing my research and reading, I really learned a whole lot too as a person. So jump in and let's learn together. Every day, professionals struggle to make decisions, big and small. Some hesitate to make for too long while waiting for perfect answer. Others avoid making decisions altogether, hoping it will decide for them. But here is the truth: indecision is still a decision. Okay, of course, inside the spelling there is the word decision in it anyway. So not deciding is already this a decision in itself. It's just that the power is in the circumstance that is beyond your hand. So this morning we look at the science of decision making. So let's come into the reality of what we have, the science part of it now. Harvard Business Review study shows that speed of decision making is more important than accuracy. I mean, that one blew my mind out. I mean, there are things I even read that I can't say. I mean, I won't say it. Go and read it on your own. Okay. All right. So just do a research on that. That Harvard Business Review study says that the speed of decision making is more important than accuracy. The best leaders make decisions quickly and refine them along the line. Okay. So many people, instead of you waiting for the perfect time, why not make a small decision, and then as you are getting into it, you get it refined and get it better. MIT neuroscience study says that overthinking causes analysis paralysis, making the brain more hesitant with each delayed decision. Of course, you remember in those days, SUG, you say too much of analysis leads to paralysis, and that's the reality here now. I mean, it's scientifically backed up. When you are the type, you sit down a long time and you overthink before you make your decision, it causes what we call analysis paralysis. Your brain gets used to it and then find it difficult to make the proper decision. University of Chicago research says that people who trust their instinct when making decisions are 20% more likely to be satisfied with the choices than those who do over and those who overanalyze. Okay, so if you trust your instinct and you make your decision, of course, most of the time, of course, you say, "Well, I said it." Especially if you are mature enough to take responsibility for your own decisions. Smart professionals learn to make decisions quickly. I mean, it's the word quickly that is really still hitting my head here and there. Okay, and then they adjust as needed and keep on moving. So let's look at a framework today that we can use in making decisions well quickly. All right, quickly. So if you're the type that you always delay in making decisions, it can be very costly. Okay, now and that's the reality. You see, we are in a very fast age of intelligence. While you are still waiting, somebody is already deciding to pick up that either that opportunity or to do that business. Look at it. There was a particular, okay, this one I'm doing now. I remember sometimes October last year, I decided to do this. So while I was still trying to say, okay, let me buy my microphone, let me look for a very good background, let me do this. I saw another person doing something similar, exactly what I thought before. I never thought of doing it like this. Exactly what I thought before what is what I saw. And I called another friend and say, yes, this person even actually reach out to him. They wanted to do the same thing. We never knew each other. So while you are waiting, the world is moving. So making decisions very fast now in this generation is very key. So we are going to be using the framework fast decision fast, FAST, this morning. So the first one, F, is filter the noise and the focus on what really matters. See, the reality check is this: the average professional consumes about 74 gig of information daily, and that is equivalent to about 16 movies every day. University of California study. I mean, go and find out. I didn't come up with this one. Imagine now that you have to watch 16 movies before you make a decision. So what you do in decision making is filtering the noise and focus what really matters to you. There are so many things happening around you. Every day you wake up, you hear that one. I mean, I just saw something from a teacher now. Let me just call her name. Akoyemi is her name. I can't remember her son. Akoyemi Fakoya. Well done. I saw a video she made this morning where one AI can, I think, can go into three other AIs to help you get it and make decisions. I mean, every day you wake up to see something new. My friend Olale Kwande will always wake up every month to give us new thing about AI. So a lot of information are coming or is coming into your head at the same time. So you need to learn how to filter. How do you do this? Reduce mental overload by limiting unnecessary information. Just learn to hear. Only pick what is important. I mean, I've redefined my life in such a way that if it's around education, if it's around entrepreneurship, it will be around leadership, it my ears picks it. I want to read it again. If it's about success as a professional, I want to read it. I want to read it again. But once it does not concern me, politics of Nigeria or anywhere in the world, or this is happening, I just pass by. Okay, I may know it, something happening on Nollywood or Hollywood. I just know it for knowing sake, and I move on. It's not something I stay on. Ignore external pressure. Not every opinion matters in your decision making. Okay, you need to just learn how to do that. Then ask yourself this question: what are the three most important factors in this decision? Okay, when you want to make that decision, do that and ask yourself that question: am I delaying decision because I'm drowning in too much of information? So one of the reasons why we delay in deciding is because there are too many information, too much of information rather around us, and then we delay in deciding. The A there is fast. I mean, we have talked about fast, okay? We are looking at A now. Act with a bias for action. Done is better than perfect, okay? Act with a bias that, okay, you want to act immediately, you want to deliver, you want to tick done. Jeff Bezos' 70% rule can help you here. It says that if you wait until you have 90% of the information to decide, you are too slow. 70% is enough. The best decisions are made with around 70% certainty. So when you have something a little bit that you can work with and you can still move, why not decide immediately? Don't wait till the perfect time for it. So what do you do in the real sense? Set a deadline for your decision. Indecision wastes time and opportunities. Take small steps. Action breeds clarity, while overthinking breeds hesitation. I say that again. Action breeds reality. Most of the things many people do, all those successful people, you say like this, when they jump into it, I start seeing clarity. I want to believe that Dangote probably never knew what it meant for him to build a refinery as clear as what is now he can see now in the real market. Yes. Okay. So you too, you just need to don't wait. I know it's not yet perfect. Just come on. Take small steps little by little, the clarity will start coming. When we started like this, I mean, probably some decisions or some of the things we are doing, we never started it. But as we're going into it, we started getting clarity, learn from execution. One thing we emphasize here is take that action, okay? Execute. We don't joke with that on this platform. Every day, I think one of the things I say more is the fact that just do it. Go out there and act. Ask yourself that question: am I stuck in perfectionism instead of taking action? Take action. S here says simplify the choices, stop overloading your brain. So I'm going to jump into the action there and leave all the reality checks here. Narrow down options to two or three viable choices. Use decision filters. We've talked about that one. Which one aligns with my goal? And then not to decide for you, but reveal your true gut feeling. Okay, I mean, you may not want to do when you have two things now of equal benefit. You may want to flip your coin. I mean, I don't agree. I don't really advise that, but at times you can flip your coin and it clears your head and it makes you to see a particular situation clearly. Okay, I want to go either to A or B. All right, I can flip a coin deliberately and then focus on this one now. When I see it, then leave that one, come back to this one, focus on it again, and then that same day or that same moment, now you'll have seen clearly. But when you have everything in front of you, it becomes difficult. So filter it, separate it, and then look at the pros and cons in it. Am I stuck in decision paralysis because I have too many options? And the last one under fast is T. Trust your process. Confidence is a decision too. Okay, learn how to build confidence. Own your own decision. It is your decision. Okay, I've made several decisions in my life that I just feel like, oh, this is mine. I mean, people have questioned it that why are you doing this? It is my decision. Yeah, I've had to fail, of course, I've had to succeed, but fine. This is the decision I've made and I move on. I'm about to regret. Everybody has had that in one way or the other, but own it. Stop blaming people for your own decision. You made the decision. You start blame that if my father were to be rich, sorry, now you are a father. Try and be rich. Okay. Learn from your mistakes. Okay. If it fails, see failure as feedback. Okay, not a reason for not making choices. Okay, not for to fear to make choices again. See failure. Don't be afraid. Failure is part of progress too. Okay. See failure and setback as feedback there. You have only discovered another way that that thing cannot be done. Then develop self-trust. Believe that you can decide. That's another problem with people. They find it difficult that they can be trust themselves, that they can actually make a good decision, and they start jumping from one person to another. And by people, then people start advising you, the advice goes overboard and you cannot handle it. Okay, it is your own. You know your internal power. You can decide. Our time is fast spent. We are meant to use 10 minutes here. Okay, let's take our words of affirmation quickly. I trust my ability to make right choices. I trust my ability to make right choices. I filter the noise. I act with confidence, and I simplify my options, trusting the process. Every decision moves me forward. Thank you very much for joining this morning. We'll see you again tomorrow when we look at another habit of highly effective professionals, and we're going to be looking at the power of energy management, how to manage your energy. Till we see tomorrow, be a good decision maker. Bye for now.